I can see the logic behind it. And it makes sense that Troll is banned now, because Troll is a hero that does hard counter Ursa. And we're going to see a Bristleback, which means, are we going to see a rotation of potential lanes here?
No, that Bristle is...
So yeah, Toro's just going to play Bristleback.
He's coming through. They place down that obs. They're going to try and get a kill, but Pure, he got that salve off. He's back to full health. Not sure it'll matter. Nightmare pulls him in, but the jump in. Fortune Zen lands on a 3. Flame Break also connects him. Aposhka, he's going to die here to save. They do get the kill on a Pure. They got what they came for. It cost them a first blood and a support. Collapse is able to sprint away, and then the tricks of the trade for Rue makes sure that he's safe. Putting some pressure on the mid-tier 1 with these creeps, but Laurel's still here to farm. Haven't seen him throw a Sonic Wave out. Dream Coil committed onto the Riki, but he's got this smoke screen. Doesn't have to worry too much about the damage. Fortune Zen, though, and might have another Purifying Flames. However, gets into the tricks of the trade and leaves GPK to get the kill. Has that amplified damage and more than enough to get the kill on the Riki. Spirits struggled in the series that they played
another one. GPK, Arcane Ruin ready. He's in. Miposhka, Brain Sap in a second. Still not good enough.
Miposhka chased by GPK, Waning Rift. With that ending of the amplified damage, now has the Arcane Rune to work with, but silenced. Goes off the other way. Fortune Zen lands on 2. Illusory Orb crosses both Rue and Laurel's path. Curveball onto the tier 1 tower. He's got some help here from Kathomi as well as save, but nobody's going in from the side of Team Spirit. They have the Blink Dagger flying out. Maybe he can find him over in the jungle and get that jump.
He does see him. He's in.
Yeah, he's not going to expect this.
Nice done by Collapse. Surprise.
Timing is great for him.
Deals good amount of damage. Collapse is the biggest winner, I would say, out of the laning stage. Getting insane amount of farm, and Ursa already used Enrage. Blink is ready.
The Blink, Crush, and while they were focusing their attention onto the Oracle, they went to go and get Pure. Save is here. Dream Coil used. That's onto this Bane, who's still alive. Eventually, Pure dies, though, at the trade of Miposhka. It's Laurel who gets that kill. Save. He's going to be bashed and crushed. They flatten him like a pancake with that Slithering Crush. His Collapse gets another.
You're still going to be doing quite a lot of damage. Let's say you're playing into a bit of a longer fight. Slaughter with the Corrosive Haze. There's a couple of targets left. You're still going to be getting the kills. Oh my god, he dies so quickly.
Yeah, Fiend's Grip has that Ags. Throws those quills into the face of the Oracle. Spirit finally starting to turn it on, but now they've smoked up. They're going to try and get the kill into Yatoro. They've also got Miero nearby. Dream Coil, Shapeshift, all gets committed with a lasso. And Yatoro, after getting a kill, he is looking pretty dead. They also got save and Pure, though. The Quills spray out and get this Ursa before he dies.
Underestimating the damage from Red Bristleback. He's still got to be, like, a lot. The last couple of months, we saw a good amount of Green Bristleback almost exclusively.
That extra
rest of the team is coming. Miero, no boots of speed. He's in a lot of trouble here.
Hayes and Miero now bashed. They're going to bring over this pup. It is a very tanky Lycan, but eventually he does die. But Laurel dies too, and that's to Miero. And ends up being a trade. Rue, he's not going to high-five back, but I didn't really expect Laurel to die in that situation.
He was very tanky.
Takes a lot of damage. Let's see if they can find anything. These heroes are over bottom, and it could just be that they don't go for the heroes. They may even just sneak in a Roche. But they will go past the river. They will find themselves the Queen of Pain.
If you can activate
will be
the
a dead Laurel.
Never mind. It might be even get dispelled. Good amount of tankiness unless they bring the whole squad. There's no lasso available. But with the shard on Reiki, you can't target them.
Ooh,
Collapse again.
Continue the control. Phase shift, false promise. The attacks onto this Oracle are not going to be enough when he's able to get himself ethereal, but they still get him after he's done with it. And
you push the guy away, even if you get the nullifier on and you push yourself for like maybe 50 units.
Ooh, Dream Coil
onto Rue.
He's got that Gale Guard, but the Waning Rift and the damage is there. GPK gets Rue. The attention initially was on a Collapse. Showing, but the rest of the team nearby, they might get pinched on the back. They knew that the collapse was there. Rue gets the jump. They go to the blink as well as the Slither Crush. The Dream Coil is going to be placed down, and they've got the attention on a Miposhka. Pure cleans him up immediately. Shapeshift, Lincoln's on a Miero. Rue is dead, and now Yatoro. He's fighting, but does he have the damage? They chase him, the BKB into the lasso, the Sonic Wave. They get the cut of this Bat Rider. Miero, Shapeshift's going to be running out soon, but they find Laurel. They get themselves the Nullifier. They hit the bash, but Pure still moving forward. Takes down the Queen of Pain.
Oh, that
Lincoln's
Nullifier.
Pop, but Yatoro has more than enough damage to get at least that Ursa. Slither and Crush once again, and still running away is Miero, who will try to TP out, but they've got the bash, they have the damage, and it's a triple for Yatoro. Picked up the AC on the Bristleback too, and they've got now 2 minutes only to use this Aegis. And again, they just cannot find the fight. Blink Lasso, though, gets Miposhka, and that is another kill for Miero.
They try to go in, amplify damage, still up and running for a couple of seconds, nothing too crazy. If Collapse can find the opening, try to maybe get a bit of a bait, because he has insane amount of status resistance, and here comes Pure.
They jump in, and this is a big problem, but they get saved, and now they've got the feed grip. It wasn't a big enough problem. They caught Pure, and he's dead for 95. That might just be it.
GG.
Quickly in, quickly out. GG is called. Game 1 goes the way of Team Spirit.
Very difficult Ursa game.
Yeah.
What he's playing into, all this minus armor, the way the lane started, Collapse having a pretty free game. I believe Collapse didn't die a single time. No, finishing the game with 5, 0, and 10. A bit of an anticlimactic ending, but very clean.
It looks so good for them. And you had an Oracle. It could have been that hero that could propel you forward, but they banned it, took the Ursa, and we really felt Pure in this game. Like, didn't have a great lane matchup, even though he saw his lane and wasn't able to have any game impact either.
It is going to be a Pure Nature's Prophet, and Kataomi will play down.
I mean, Dazzle should hypothetically shit on a Centaur in lane, right? That's a pretty good matchup. Like, Centaur wants to get hit, and if Dazzle keeps hitting you over and over again, he's going to keep stacking the poison.
On high HP, maybe full HP, and then when Dazzle gets the heal, it also means that you're going to be getting a bigger barrier. Dazzle now in trouble. Dazzle might just die here.
Uh-oh, this could...
That's your last pick.
Be First Blood, and this will be for Rue. We've seen so much good Shadow Shaman. We saw earlier today, it was the Gig Award when we were casting, and now it's Chicken Fingers back for the Shadow Shaman save. He's also going to get chased, and they should have yet another kill, and it will be for the side of Spirit. It's Miposhka. Both supports getting an influx of gold early. Just a bit further behind because of his low health. Pops a salve, though, and might just jump back in.
He's thinking about
Has
it.
rebound in a second. Rebounds in.
That's
and
kill.
Finds Miposhka, and that's going to be under the tower. Not much of a response there for Yatoro.
Top, they really want these kills.
They've got Miposhka again. Can they find Pure? They'll only find this Dazzle. And the Obs had the vision there. So they will have the Shackle, and they will take out Dazzle with the Sleight of Fist. They're holding that kill for Laurel.
And also relieving some of the pressure from Templar Assassin.
They're going to go for Collapse, but they missed that Sprout. This TP is still committed. Collapse is pretty slow, but there's the Snowball, and that's going over to the neutral camp. They'll use that Dream Coil. It's on to 2. They'll snap the coil. Collapse is very tanky. He'll start to TP out. You don't have any way to stop that TP, and Miposhka's on the run. He'll eventually fall, but they do get Collapse out. Maybe they can get Miero. They do have Miposhka nearby ready to make the jump, but Miero is level 6. So Shards throws down a wall. Searing Chains, Vacuum onto 4 heroes, and now the Snowball, the damage on Aru. Nobody pulled him in. And he ends up dead. They do not kill this Darkseer. Turnaround Dream Coil, and they'll find the lockdown on Yatoro after he snaps it, but they just don't have much more afterwards.
Nobody's going to right-click you, and they can't take off your shield. But there's also a good interaction, of course, with the Mage Slayer, because you are reducing their magic damage, and then they can't take the shield off anyway.
Jumping in with the rebound and the Unleash wall placed down. They have some control, but behind them is this Nature's Prophet. Finds Rue, and they will start to run with the Stampede, but the Vacuum back. Rue's still alive. Illusory Orb not jumping to it, but the chase, they're looking. They'll rebound. They're under the tier 2 tower, and they will get this kill onto Rue. There isn't really much of an answer from Spirit. They also find themselves in Miposhka. Yatoro comes in. He's trying to do some damage here, but everybody from inside of BetBoom is around, and Yatoro dies. BetBoom coming out very far ahead, and for some reason, Laurel's shown up again, but doesn't really have the tools to do any damage.
Top of the CS chart, but not on top of the net worth.
Oh, they sprout, they lock him up. They can't go forward, can't go back. The rest of the team is there. Yatoro dead to GPK.
Pavis and Marcy about to be finished relatively soon. He just killed off the tower, so that's
Pure
gonna be
walking
good.
up.
Good chunk of gold.
Searing Chains, Walrus Punch.
That's a big kill.
And we'll get the kill, and with that cosmetic, I actually like that Walrus Punch. It says to end all to a good night. And they will TP, but the Dream Coil now onto the Ember, snaps the rebound, and that's a kill and a Laurel, a trade that they're definitely okay with. It's not the best, but to get that or the Tusk 5 is way better to get the Ember. Taking away this Roche, I mean, you have options for Spirit to go for it. You have the Shadow Shaman, you have yourself that TA, but they don't get that opportunity, and it will be an Aegis for Pure. Rue, though, can he get a Hex? He gets around. GPK saves here, though, and instead, he'll be the one who's jumped on. And the Dream Coil again onto Laurel. He'll snap it,
coil.
and now Dispose trying to leave. Remnant back and forth. Laurel dead. Even with the Stampede, it is a little sloppy here from Spirit. And Collapse will just TP out.
No,
But
definitely not.
it's been consistent from BetBoom that they bring all the numbers. And you can see it here. Rue's going to be spotted, and immediately 3 heroes are here.
Rue's trying to make some kind of a play on the map, but it's very difficult. NP's going to be deeping in. He has the Aegis, so they can easily outnumber you. This Darkshire, he just doesn't die that easily. They need to bring in pretty much the whole squad.
They're going to try, but Vacuum Wall, Hoofstomp connects, and the pick-me-up. Can they even get the damage? They're trying to, but they've got the Shallow Grave. Maposhka's dead. Save dies. They finally get Miero. They pierce a little bit of what BetBoom's got going for them, but they'll lose Laurel. Collapse maybe has an opportunity to jump back in, but you're not going to go just him and the Templar Assassin.
And Laurel getting coiled every single time. He's died 4 times so far. I thought it was going to be even worse, but at least they're getting something out of it. Getting some Deso charges, getting
Maybe
some of the kills. Pure.
Trap, Pure, Sprout, Wrath of Nature, but they hit the Hex. Collapse, he found the Dazzle, and they'll get the kill on Kataomi. They'll find themselves Pure. They've got the Aegis, but GPK is in. They're looking to line up the stuns, and they will get the Hex. Double Edge, Pure is in trouble, dead a second time.
And Collapse
now they'll
is in
focus
again.
for more. Collapse goes in a little bit too far, though. They will get saved for this, but GPK kind of waiting for his opportunity. May have some help from a Darkseer, but they do not want to continue. They'll look for Laurel. Waning Rift. And
Shield rune.
Can he
Can
get
he
the
get
Shield Rune?
Yes,
He
he
can.
can.
He's leashed up, but needs to activate the Shield Rune. Immediately, they just break through it, though. No help. Serpent Wards are bottom to try and push that in. I'll have a TP from Pure to clean them up. But they could not
Shield
help
rune
Laurel.
He's going to make the difference. Yatoro and Aru ready to get the jump. Miposhka's here as well.
Save with the pick-me-up. Oh, that is not good. The turnaround, Rue. He is in trouble and killed. GPK was there, but the Walrus Punch comes in. Save going to be saved by the Shallow Grave of Kataomi, and they'll give up Miposhka because both supports are now dead on the side of Spirit, and Laurel's still on a death timer.
And BetBoom going through the Twin Gates, knowing that they need to take this fight. They cannot allow them. They didn't scout inside of the pit.
Blink. No hoof stomp. Shallow Grave early. Dream Coil comes in, lands on the 3 heroes. They're going to snap it. Here comes into the fight. They get the kill to Kataomi. They'll take it the Shallow Grave. They'll take it the heals that coming from the Dazzle. But they've got the workhorse. They picked up the Templar Assassin. They're right on top of Pure. Do they have the damage to get the kill into this Nature's Prophet?
Manta
They
doesn't
do.
get him out.
Rue, Collapse, gone. Laurel's still alive in this fight, but they finally get a victory. However, Templar Assassin silence. Oh, gets the refraction. Now they've got the Walrus Punch. Miero going forward towards Miposhka. Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains, Phase Shift. Shiva's Guard now looking to get the Templar Assassin who blinks away.
They've got a trap.
They silenced him. The wall is down. The Hurricane Pipe with the vacuum back. They get the kill out of both. Yatoro and Laurel are dead. A tip over for Miero from Kataomi, and they're going to try and find Miposhka, but that is a salvage from BetBoom. 10,000 net worth lead. Looking to be in a very prime spot. 7-0 and 14 for GPK. Again, finding this Emmer and having the numbers, and Laurel just does not survive. He is 3, 8, and 4. Good positioning from Save. Really good positioning from Save. Stampede used, Blink, Walrus Punch, Collapse going to the backlines, gets the stun on 2 of these heroes, but they go to the Dream Coil once again. It's that cooldown reduction that allows them to have it one more time. They drop down this wall, Save is unleashing, but they've got the workhorse. Who can they pull in the cart? They're trying to knock over the cart, and they will kill Collapse with the cart by cabbages. They'll kill Yatoro too, and they've overwhelmed Team Spirit again. They'll find Laurel, the Searing Chains, maybe he can get Pure, but he survives it. Laurel's dead, 3 heroes gone on Team Spirit.
GPK, now we know what it stands for. Godlike Puck Comrade. Look at him go. Didn't die a single time in this game.
He's done this a couple times on Puck too. Rebound, dispose, ripped out of the coil, and a buyback used immediately by Miposhka.
Still holding the Aegis, it's about to expire. He's trying to TP out, might need to... Oh, he gets out.
Silence on a 2, the chase is on, Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains, but the wall is committed. 4-man vacuum back into the wall. Not the projection coming in from this Dazzle, but he is stunned up. Snowball goes over, he'll Shallow Grave himself to try and survive. Save, Unleash BKB going after Collapse. They hit the Hex, it's on to this Nature's Prophet. Can they get the kill, the BKB,
yes,
they take him out. He's got buyback, but he definitely doesn't want to use it. He doesn't want to put him out on a buyback timer. But they've killed 2. They'll look for GPK, and they found him. Walrus Punch up into the air, but the rest of the team is coming his way. They buy back up Pure. So they're going to try and just finish it right here, right now. But Piero's going to die. Collapse is gone. They'll look over for Save. He's thrown up out of the high ground. Rue's going to commit the buyback for the Shadow Shaman. They've got Laurel dead. He doesn't have buyback. He's dead for a minute and a half. Yatoro trying to get the kill out of Save. Looks over at GPK, but cannot survive. He'll fall with the help from Pure, and the buyback is worth it. 30 seconds without the Templar Assassin or the Ember. It's hard to hold. It seems impossible, and it might be. I mean, they are just pelting their fountain, and the throne. It should drop, but they are going to stampede. They'll try to hold on the BKB from Save. The rebound right on top of Rue. GPK is there, and he is dead. Rue bought back, so he's gone for 70. They're not even focusing the throne. They're going for the heroes. GG is called, and we're going to a game 3.
Very good performance from BetBoom Team, allowing them to snowball out of the lanes. Miero having pretty much a perfect game on this Darkshire. And overall, last pick, Dazzle, does work out great for them.
Nisha played the same Ember versus Puck, where he's scrambling his BKB, but he dies like 4 times on the road to getting it. He had 10 deaths on Ember. Versus how many stuns are on BetBoom? It's just Puck.
It's Coil. It's just Coil.
It's just Coil. So like this Puck seems to be really destroying this Ember. So maybe that's something they learned from this one.
Kill him. Like you do all returned physical damage, so you can kill Lifestealer as well. You overwhelm him with damage. I know Lifestealer munches on him and like heals a lot of HP, but the matchup is really good for Bristle. And it's a super fast-paced hero to play with Ench.
You know, what were Spirits seeing, or what do Spirits see with Pure on this Lifestealer that they're afraid of?
He just feels very comfortable playing the hero. He also had a bit of a newer item build with relatively early Aghanim Scepter, and
There's
also going for Octarine Core. There's that combo. You go onto the Bane, Kateomi will get shut down by Rue. Rue didn't really have a game in the previous one, neither him or Laurel.
Unspirit last game, trying to even make moves far forward with the Serpent Wards, but was getting caught in the lane. And now Nightmare pulls him under the tower. Rue taking a lot of damage from this tower and gets ripped up. That is a quick kill in this lane by dragging him under the tower and getting those hits. And Collapse forced back and needs to start to heal. And
Mage Slayer on Monkey King this game. You are playing against Red Bristleback, so you want to remove some of that damage. You are playing against Fox, so you want to remove some of that damage as well.
Good job by Save, but The Wisps are
Two-man
not
torrent,
enough.
nicely done. Loves every single time you watch save on Muerta. Not the most popular hero from position 4 right now, but always a 3 to watch. Difficult to deal with in some of the situations. Not so much in the professional e-gamer scene, but mostly about the pub scene.
Definitely seems like foul play. Hold that thought. Nightmare into a dead shot. They've got the fear into the calling. They just make it look so easy.
Beautifully executed. And Battle also talked about Puck being the driving force of the team, or he needs to be the one having a good game. This one kill will definitely set him back.
I think the question was, would he die this game?
Already
We got our
answered.
answer 6 minutes in. Overprotective Wisps and the Nature's Attendants are not enough heal this early on in the game. This is BetBoom surging so far. GPK, he has been really good. Last game, I mean, he's coming off a stellar performance in game 2. Deadshot again, the calling one more time. Welcome back to the lane. We'll see you later, Laurel. Oh my.
Oh man,
they kept both supports here.
They're really camping him.
Huh, so I'm really gonna need to...
Yeah, you need like the full pack.
I gotta have 4 on my nose at once. Looking over to get Bane, they hit the shackle, but a 3-man balance strike. Wukongs comes through. Nightmare pulling him back towards GPK, who is gonna find another kill. He's on a mega kill streak. First game, 5-0-4 for GPK despite the loss. Second game, 9-0-23. And currently,
GPK's not done.
5-0.
Do they have
Kill
enough?
him for the first time.
He has raindrop save is here as well.
Yeah, I don't know if they get him. The calling onto the Enchantress, the turn on the collapse. GPK is unstoppable. Dota, you could say that again. I mean, the guy just does not die. And he's not even playing Undying.
Pure also this time around going for Armlet as his first item, seeing that they don't have that much damage, so he can definitely toggle it in the middle of a fight if necessary. A lot of the times you see it in reverse, Radiance into Armlet if it's a good game for it. Sometimes it's SNY, sometimes it's Aghanim Scepter as well. Yatoro getting
They
slapped.
have
They do
Fiend's Grip.
have the grip.
Pop him up with the Torrent. They go to the Fiend's Grip. And the Solar Guardian drops down. Collapse trying to
He's
help
out
out
of mana.
Yatoro, but they'll get the kill. They'll lose Katomi, but the TP attempt is stopped with the Boundless Strike, and Collapse is dead to GPK, who's on that monster kill streak.
In terms of Kunkka's nerfs, we haven't seen nerfs to Kunkka being carry. They've been mostly around his shard.
The calling again is going to make this an easy kill. 14-minute Godlike. Definitely got to be one of the quickest Godlikes out there.
Knowing that he can feed a lot of gold if they manage to get the kill.
Put him on a potential Beyond Godlike here. GPK. He's looking to get this kill, but it is long to get this kill on Maposhkin. Finally, GPK dies. Beyond Godlike, 10-0-3, 15 minutes in. He's involved in 13 of the 15 kills that they got. And just TP out? No.
Chicken
no way.
fingers.
Chicken fingers. They got him.
Unfortunately, he did not have his phase boots ready for another 3-4 seconds. I think he realized and tried to TP out. They're ready to initiate. This is supposed to be the big timing on Spirit. With Aghanim Scepter on Bristleback, Miposhka gonna get caught again.
Balance strike one more time, and it's just it's the typical Enchantress chase. The heals are a lot. Meanwhile, Solar Guardian on the other side. They got Miposhka. Pure comes over. They're going to try and clean up the Dawnbreaker. Collapse with the Celestial Hammer and the Fiend's Grip on Yatoro for a second. But here comes GPK. He's coming through. Save Kataomi, both dead on the side of BetBoom. GPK at the balance strike. They got the kill in a root, but they won't get that Dawnbreaker. Nobody else is here but Pure. Radiance off, maybe waiting for rotation.
They want Yatoro in the bottom lane. Miero's TPing, X.
Kunkka, there's the X. And Kunkka helping to get this kill into Yatoro. I mean, that's Kunkka just coming over. Kunkka coming over.
Hard game for him. Playing into the Fusel Blade on Monkey King. Playing against the Lifestealer, which means that he's going to be lifestealing a lot.
This is one of the things you can do with Bane. You can Nightmare and look for a high five, knowing that you've locked down these heroes long enough to get your team over.
Win snowballing early and trying to make something happen, but it never came down to that. GPK just had too good of a start.
Maposhka again trying to TP out. Dead shot connects. The fear is there. Meanwhile, Yatoro is seen by GPK. They get the kill on Maposhka. They've got the amplified damage. The chase is on, hoping to not get croakered. Baru, he finds the Hex. He's got the Serpent Words down. The calling is there. The Rod of Atos, the balance strike from GPK. And now the Solar Guardian. Can they get GPK? Can they finish him off?
He needs one more hit.
He needs some help. He's low, but not dead. And they're going to go the other way with this fight. It's 3 heroes gone on the side of Team Spirit, and Collapse is dead. Save will fall. Laurel, the only one alive on the side of Team Spirit, but they still cannot kill GPK.
He's smoked up. If he can find GPK here, they might need the extra bit of a damage from Mass Serpent Wards. And I believe he saw him. Smoke broke.
GPK. Solar Guardian, is this the first time? It looks like it. They got him. They have broken the streak of deathless time for GPK, and he was worth a lot of gold.
Still, a very good move. This is exactly what they need to do. Ru is on the... Oh, they placed the sentry, and he saw him. I'm not sure he wanted to go for this one. I think he wanted to go for the D-Ward, but that's going to be an extra bit of an influx of the gold for them. Miero will take that one, or will he? It's going to be save in the end.
Man, well, made it to 28 minutes into this game.
BKB, grip is ready.
Yeah, but now they don't. They bashed. I mean, they gripped, but they almost didn't even need that. Just take this bottom tier 3. They'll go for Pure, but GPK is in for revenge. Infest into Miero. They'll go to the ghost ship. That's going to fly forward and hit on Yatoro's out of mana. The Enfeeble on him too. The Rod of Atos controls him. They're looking for the Torrent, but the Force Step over the Torrent. Now, Sword Guardian on a Miero. They get the kill on Yatoro. Save takes him out. He does not have buyback, and they look and find Collapse too. All these tips to save. Infest, Miero on the run. GPK still here. There's the Hex. Ru trying to start it off. Solar Guardian going to fly in. That's going to land on the GPK, but they've got the kill on Ru. They'll take him out first. The Fiend's Grip on the Dawnbreaker. That's going to be beyond godlike for Pure. Dream Coil committed, but the BKB from Miero, they'll search. They'll go for Yatoro, who's hit with the Rod of Atos, and they'll pull him back in with the X marks the spot. Lotus Orb doesn't matter much. Piercing the Veil. But the silence from the Waning Rift doesn't really matter. He's in the Pierce the Veil. They just don't have the damage to get the kill here on the save. The Balance Strike hits on it too. Enfeeble. These Quills are spraying. GPK dead a second time, but they will lose Laurel and Yatoro. And they have buyback on Laurel. And they're going to need to fight back in the TP attempt. Oh, Pure. X. He's coming back.
He's coming back. He called it.
Yeah. He
set the
wants to come back and go for Laurel. They've got the Abyssal Blade. Why not? Oh boy, that might secure the game here. Maposhka's on the run. Another Hex on a Pure, but they hit the X. They take out Maposhka, and it's just Ru.
That was such a clutch play. Also a save coming on from Kataomi, X mark. And now they have an extra bit of a heal as well. 2 Spirit Vessel charges. Team Spirit, buyback, not available on Yatoro, and Chantress does have one, but she's really not doing much.
No, not at all, but we'll force the buyback. They lost Collapse anyway. It's just the supports. 13-0 and 12 this game. 15-2 and 11 for GPK, who's back in 5. Maposhka enfeebled, Gale guarding, but that is just not enough. Another beyond godlike tick here for Pure.
I guess that's why they decided to ban Lifestealer game 1, game 2, and really shows how well he plays it. 14-0 and 12.
Really insane performance from Pure. BetBoom, they started the tournament a little bit shaky, had to go all 5 rounds in the Swiss stage, but since we have hit the playoffs, they have looked really good. The Serpent Words are spread out. GPK is back. dead shot connects. Wukong's command is there. Yatoro dead again. He has buyback this time, but the Fiend's Grip is onto the Dawnbreaker. The Shackle's on a Pure, but they still have GPK. Pure, while shackled, gets the kill in a collapse. They finish off Rue. They look over at Yatoro. They have surrounded him. Ghost Ship comes in, and he will bring him down with the Ghost Ship. Just like the Titanic sunk, so will the dreams of Team Spirit here at Wallachia, as it is BetBoom who will take this series. GG is called a 2-1 for BetBoom.